Check, check. Check, check.
These programs here, and this one's mine. Usually the whole thing is mine. Okay. You can put the other one. You can put one under your seat. That's the one you're going to keep out here?
This is the one I'll keep out here, and that folder.
Perfect.
I'm just sitting with the faculty.
Hello and welcome to the Viterbo University Commencement Ceremony. We ask at this time that you please take a moment to turn off all cell phones, pagers, and alarms. We ask that you show respect for all candidates and please hold cheers and applause until all graduates have received their degree. Thank you for your support and congratulations, graduates.
Check, check. Check, check, 1, 2.
Good afternoon and welcome. Please remain standing. Welcome to Viterbo University's 84th Spring Commencement. Our invocation today will be given by Dr. Deborah Murray, Professor of Counseling Education.
On the day of judgment, God will ask one question only. Did you enjoy my world? She stands sentinel near the water's edge, surrounded by birch and maple, companions with vines intertwined between her exposed ground roots. This white oak remains upright and almost motionless as the whispers of the lake breezes float through her branches. Gentle winds seem to tease her leaves as if prompting them to stir with laughter. Her sapwood continues to produce leaves that encircle her like a crown, while her center's heartwood is now completely spent. This is the prized wood sought after for special wood artistry, yet she thrives. She becomes our teacher and speaks these bits of wisdom to us. Always provide shade and shelter for those who seek refuge from this world's storms. Be sure to have friends stand by you when struggles find you. Seek nourishment from the waters of laughter, prayer, love, and solitude. Enjoy the beauty of creation and let butterflies teach you about transformation. Dream often and reach beyond the possible. Practice speaking words of comfort, mercy, and forgiveness. Don't be afraid to bend and risk a new perspective. Always be a learner and trust in your talents. Be curious and chance walking to the edge. Be content when your growth is steady and slow, for that is what makes you of value. Live life by giving your heart center away.
Please be seated. It's my pleasure to introduce President Rick Tritley, who will deliver today's welcome.
Good afternoon, V-Hawk Nation. Congratulations. On behalf of the Viterbo University Board of Trustees, Viterbo Ministries, our amazing faculty, staff, and administration, and our thousands of alumni across this great nation, welcome to today's commencement ceremony. As a community, we congratulate you and share a joyful spirit in celebration of your many accomplishments. Sadly, though, one of your classmates is missing from today's commencement ceremony that I would like us to acknowledge and remember. Last week, Viterbo student Javon Kunkel passed away. Javon was a member of the class of 2023 and would have participated in today's ceremony. Please join me in a moment of silence in Javon's honor. Thank you. Rest in peace, Javon. Many members of our campus community contribute to the success of today's graduates. At this time, I'd like to ask our faculty, administration, and staff to please rise, and I ask you to join me in extending our gratitude and appreciation. Thank you. Let me also recognize those who planned and coordinated today's events. This includes the staff in the Office of the Registrar, our academic deans and their staffs, the members of the Viterbo Commencement Committee, our choir and musicians, campus mission and ministry, today's marshals and the platform party, and the La Crosse Center staff. An event like this cannot occur without comprehensive planning and attention to detail. We're so grateful. Thanks to all of you as well. Two of our amazing Board of Trustee members will end their service on our Viterbo board this summer. First, Dr. Dan Gillette will leave the board after 16 years, including service as board chair during COVID-19, and also service chairing many of the board's committees. Miss Leanne Matthey will also end her tenure on the board after 12 years of dedicated service, including chair of the trusteeship committee. Dan and Leanne, thank you on behalf of the entire Viterbo community. You have made an enduring and impactful mark on thousands of Viterbo students, our employees, and our alums. God bless you. Thank you. Our ceremony today marks a significant and meaningful moment in all of your lives. Many years of preparation, including hours studying, writing papers, developing presentations, completing internships, clinicals, student teaching experiences, and community service. And on top of all of that, many of you have worked multiple jobs just to pay your tuition bills. All of that culminates today with this commencement ceremony. Some of you in the audience today are also first-generation students, the very first in your family to attend and achieve a college degree. What an amazing accomplishment that I hope brings great joy and pride to you and all of your loved ones. I know that each of our graduates here today will succeed as a result of the values and strong foundation built during their education at Viterbo. Your co-curricular and curricular education based on a liberal arts focus, including critical thinking skills, ethical decision-making, communication skills, community service, and the principles of servant leadership will serve you well in the future. You also bring Catholic Franciscan values, including hospitality, service, stewardship, integrity, and contemplation to your communities, your families, and the workplace. Each of you carries the legacy of Viterbo and the Franciscan Sisters of Perpetual Adoration, whose support, commitment to the common good, care for creation, and service to the marginalized serves as inspiration to each of us. It is now our responsibility to carry this legacy forward into a world that desperately needs us. You are ready, prepared, and equipped to make a positive impact and provide a source of light for others. I thank you for choosing Viterbo for your educational journey. We are proud of what you have done, and we thank you for enriching our lives with your presence. Always remember, that you are a member of the Viterbo family, a tight-knit group that will always be there with you and for you. And while your futures are bright, you will undoubtedly face life's uncertainties, and at times you will experience difficulties and obstacles. Be reassured that the Weehawk Nation has your back, believes in you, and stands prepared to help you navigate these challenges. We are here for you and can't wait to see you soar and thrive. In closing, always remember that while your mailing address may change many times in the years ahead, your home address will always be 900 Viterbo Drive, La Crosse, Wisconsin, 54601. We hope that you return often. God bless each of you. Pace bene, peace and all good. Go Weehawks. At this time, it's my distinct pleasure to welcome the chair of Viterbo's Board of Trustees, Mr. John McHugh, to offer remarks on behalf of the Board of Trustees. John?
When I was in 8th grade, I was one of those students privileged to go to Washington, D.C. as part of the Wisconsin State Patrol program. Many of you probably had a similar experience. The year was 1981, which meant this was long before texts and emails. And that meant the primary way in which you communicated with people back home about your travel journeys was with postcards. And I had 10 people back home that I needed to send a postcard to when I was in D.C. On the Wednesday of that week, our chaperones set aside time for us to shop for those postcards, write them, and mail them. And that afternoon, as we were writing, we were sharing with our travel mates everything that we wrote. And all my new colleagues were intrigued by the last line I wrote on every postcard. It was this: "Hello, George." You see, George Stasma, was our postmaster back in our hometown of Hatley. And George read every single postcard that came through the mail. So that by the time you got home, George knew everything about your travels. He had read every single card. So it was standard fare in our small town of 300 people that whenever you sent a postcard home, the last line was always, "Hello, George." Now, some people might think that that's a breach of privacy, but in our small community, it meant that our postmaster knew us and we knew him. And because there was that knowledge of each other, that connectedness, it made our community healthier. One of the hallmarks of a Viterbo education is that all of you who are about to graduate were never a number. You're always a name. And because of our small size here, all of you were privileged to get to know your professors and your teachers, staff, support faculty and staff, and even your president, and they got to know you. The hallmark of a quality education is the fact that you were known and they knew you. That's what makes education special and unique here at Viterbo. On behalf of all the trustees, thank you as students for choosing Viterbo. Thank you for friends and family for supporting them on this journey. Because it's in a place like this that we get to know each other and we're known. And that makes our communities healthier. Congratulations, well deserved.
Thank you, John. At this time, I'd like to offer special recognition to 3 of our faculty who have made the decision to retire this school year. They have done an amazing job educating our students. They have been valuable community members, and we will miss them dearly. Today, I would like to acknowledge Nancy Allen, Frank Ludwig, and Dr. Deb Murray. Thank you for enriching our lives with your presence. Thank you for all that you've done. We will miss you, and we will welcome you back at any time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, President Rick. John. Now I have the distinct pleasure of welcoming our undergraduate student address this afternoon, Lana Yankel, class of 2023.
President Tritley, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, administration, family, friends, and fellow graduates, welcome to the 2023 Viterbo University Commencement Ceremony. My name is Lani Yekel. I am graduating today with my BSN and minor in servant leadership. I was asked by the Commencement Committee to reflect on how Viterbo's core values of hospitality, service, contemplation, integrity, and stewardship have impacted me during my time here. Completing college is no easy feat, and I would not be graduating today if I did not have the correct tools to help me succeed. I envision myself at the beginning of college at the base of a mountain. Without the proper equipment, the climb is nearly impossible. Over my 4 years at Viterbo University, I have assembled a toolkit that can be used on any of life's adventures. This toolkit contains Viterbo's core values that will continue to guide my life's journey. I now approach the summit, reflecting on the individual pieces of my toolkit which are responsible for where I am today. The first tools I added were service and hospitality. My education taught me to serve the common good with the warmth of Franciscan hospitality. Just as I was welcomed into this community, I welcomed new students with open arms. Each fall, we enthusiastically welcome new students to Viterbo University. I remember my move-in day quite fondly, as I immediately felt at home thanks to the helpful students and staff that helped my family and I move into my dorm room. I know that I am not alone in this experience, as the warmth of Franciscan hospitality has touched us all. I have become a servant leader during my time here, choosing to serve first and to lead second. The Viterbo community presents us with countless opportunities to serve those in need, whether it's through service Saturdays, the USM 300, or your student-led organizations. Hospitality and service are the rope and belay, connecting us together and propelling us upward toward the common good. During my journey, I have encountered pitfalls and hardships. Contemplation and integrity have helped me out of the depths and guided me back towards the summit. Our success in our journey has not been linear. Adapting to an online education during the pandemic was a real test of our values and perseverance. I used God as my guide and contemplation as my compass to remain on the correct path. Integrity is the lamp that illuminates the darkness and vanquishes dishonesty. My definition of integrity has evolved during my years here, not only to be used in an academic setting, but also to protect my future patients from harm. Through the value of stewardship, I have kept the mountain path clear for students just beginning their climb. With the toolkit given to them by Viterbo University, they too shall reach the summit. We stand now at the top of the mountain, admiring the climb and all the hard work it took to get here. Not only did our toolkit help us to reach the summit, but our family, friends, classmates, and professors were just as impactful in our journey. I'd like to take a moment of silence to remember those who were once a part of our journey, but now are supporting us from above. Looking to the future, many other mountains await us. The next mountain may be grad school, beginning your career as a young professional, or becoming a parent. While these climbs may seem daunting, remember your toolkit that has helped you to reach the summit, which once seemed impossible. With Viterbo University's values of service, hospitality, contemplation, integrity, and stewardship, anything is possible. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Go Viaks!
Thank you, Lana. I'm so pleased to introduce Viterbo University's 9th Street Singers under the direction of Dr. James Wilson, who will sing Let the River Run.
Coming to the edge, running on the water. 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 Running on the water.
It's asking for the taking, trembling, shaking. Oh, my heart is aching. We're coming to the edge, running on the water, coming to the edge. Sons and daughters, let the river run. Let all the dreamers wake the nation.
Wow, thank you, Dr. Wilson and the 9th Street Singers. Now, please welcome John Pesh, class of 2023, who will give the graduate student address.
I'm taking a chance on the microphone that didn't work earlier. Is this it? All right. President Traitley, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, administration, families, friends, and graduates. My name is John Pesh, and I am a proud graduate of the Mental Health Counseling Master's Degree Program at Viterbo University. President Traitley and our other speaker brought up one of the core values of Viterbo, which is hospitality.
Hospitality is described as welcoming everyone we encounter as an honored guest. From the first day that I stepped onto campus, I witnessed a culture of intentional hospitality, genuine friendliness from students, faculty, and staff. I was reminded that when we offer a simple act of kindness to one another, it can have a significant impact on how we feel in the moment. A few years ago, I began to greet people by asking, "What's good in your day?" rather than, "How are you?" Because the usual response to that question is, "Fine, how are you?" And that's the end of it. But asking someone what is good about their day prompts them to search for something positive. The question is genuine and it is intentional. So I ask each of you today, what is good in your day? What's the inner voice saying to you right now as you think about that question? What is prompting you to feel good inside? So I'm going to let you in on my inner voice. This is not exactly the voice I hear. This is probably a voice you'll never hear at a commencement ceremony, actually. It's going to sound much different for effect. "Hey, mister, what's good in your day?" Look at all the people gathered here today. So much happiness. Look at the faces on graduates, their friends. Parents, faculty, brimming with pride. That's what's good in my day. Yeah, that's truly nice, and that's certainly genuine. Say, do you happen to have a rubber duck? A what? Did you say a rubber duck? Let me look around. Thought I had one somewhere around here. Oh, here it is. Yeah, looks like I do. Do you always walk around with a rubber duck? I guess you're never going to know when you need one. I don't normally have a rubber duck with me, but today I brought one to make a point through a little parable. The duck. I would like you to picture a duckling swimming calmly across a pond. Unbeknownst to us, the duckling is struggling mightily to escape something we can't see, paddling furiously under the water. In a similar way, when we look at someone, what we see on the outside is often not what's happening on the inside. When a person is experiencing great stress and anxiety, they generally keep it to themselves. They may try to give the impression that everything's fine, even though it's not. What if we asked that person, "What's good in your day?" We'd be showing them thoughtfulness, be seen as welcoming, approachable, and reachable. What a difference that can make in the moment. You can have a positive impact by asking that one simple question. So I ask that you take a moment later today, look someone in the eye, and ask, "What's good in your day?" Congrats. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I didn't anticipate a rubber duck today, so that's wonderful. Thank you. Next, President Tritley will introduce Jim Salmo for the presentation of the honorary degree.
This time I'd like to ask Jim Salmo to announce our honorary degree recipient and to highlight elements of the citation, and ask Sandy Brecky to please come up and stand and face the crowd while we read this.
The Doctor of Humane Letters. Sandy Brecke, you have been a transformative leader in the Seven Ridges region and at the state level, helping those who have the least access and are most marginalized. You lead not only from behind your desk, but on the street, meeting people where they are and addressing the whole person. Your balance of action, practice, theory, and systems change implementation makes you stand out in the public health field. A former intensive care unit nurse, you began your time at St. Clair Health Mission as a volunteer. You were drawn into the work and demonstrated a fierce advocacy for people experiencing poverty and homelessness. You served as the director of the organization for 15 of the 27 years you worked there. Based on your experience and expertise, Sandy was one of 33 people in the state named to the Wisconsin Health Equity Council in 2020. Governor Tony Evers established a council in March of 2019 to create a comprehensive plan to address the factors that perpetuate health disparities and achieve equitable outcomes for everyone in Wisconsin by 2030. The breadth of your advocacy to serve the whole person has led you to improve health systems, including increasing access to dental care, youth mental health services, and youth homelessness assistance. Sandy has served on the Homeless Youth Task Force in La Crosse, was the vice chair for the board of directors of the La Crosse Community Foundation, and was a member of the La Crosse County Mental Health Prevention Committee. She is a steering committee member of Better Together, a project of the Great Rivers United Way, the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse, the Health Science Consortium that addresses youth mental health through social connectedness and resilience. Sandy currently serves as senior consultant to the Office of Population Health at Gunderson Health System. She's been instrumental in establishing and guiding the collaborative to end homelessness and the Alliance to Heal. She helps lead the Street Medicine Initiative at Gunderson and are instrumental in the organization's work with community health workers in addressing social detriments to health. Sandy, you are a 2015 Iverson Frecking Award winner, a recipient of the YWCA Tribute to Outstanding Women Award for Volunteerism, and the Central High School Hall of Excellence Award. You earned a Master of Arts in Servant Leadership degree from Viterbo University in 2019. For your lifelong devotion to healthcare and serving the needs of others, Viterbo University is proud to confer upon you the degree of Doctorate of Humane Letters.
I just have to take a breath for just a second. Well, hello, class of 2023. What a day and what an accomplishment for all of you. I want to thank you, President Triteley and Chairperson John McHugh, the Board of Trustees, administration, the faculty, and everybody here today. I'm incredibly honored and tremendously grateful for the honorary degree that you have bestowed on me. And I stand here today as a proud alumni of Viterbo and incredibly humbled by this recognition. It's a wonderful day of celebration for all the graduates and families and professors, all who have played their part on this day where one phase of your life wraps up and another starts. I promise to keep my words brief. This is really a day to celebrate you. And I am here to thank you for all the great work that you've done and for all the great work that you will be doing in your lives. So as the last class to remember what college was like before, during, and after the pandemic, you already know that this journey of life has twists and turns and many surprises. You've shown that you are resilient when faced by significant life disruption. You've emerged from difficulty stronger and wiser and more able. I think we're going to be learning from you for decades to come. So what I know about graduation speeches, they're supposed to be funny, and they're supposed to give you the keys to success. But everybody that knows me knows that I blow every punchline, and I'm really not funny, so that's probably not going to happen. And what Google says the keys to success are you're supposed to dream big, work hard, and make mistakes. But I work in healthcare, and we have a bit of tunnel vision right now coming off the last 3 years and are exhausted. So when I think of those words, we're just happy to sleep so we can finally dream. And we really don't want to work so hard for a little while. And we certainly don't want to think about making mistakes. I think the key to success really depends on how you define it. And I think that it's personal, and it might differ for every person and every time in your life. You know, there have been times in my life where it was successful for me just to get out of bed. I think that we all have to define that. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "To know that even one life have breathed easier because you've lived, this is to have succeeded." And at the end of the days, is there really anything more important? So I'm just going to talk to you about a few things that I've learned in my life that I really think are the keys to success. So working in the field of population health, my job takes me down paths looking for the answer to the question, where do we create health and wellness? And to find the answer, we need to get outside the healthcare walls, into the places where we live, work, learn, play, and learn. This is where we find connections and community that are helping to build our resilience. It's where we care for each other. It's where we can be healthy and happy. So I tend to think it's our community and our connections that are some of the most important keys to success. I've spent the better part of 3 decades doing healthcare for the homeless alongside a bunch of incredible humans. And we've cared for people and gone to places that others prefer to avoid sometimes. So these are the places where the challenges that people face are at times overwhelming. I've had the honor to listen and deeply connect with people whose life experiences are completely different than mine. And the lessons I've learned from humanities, from these connections, have been profound. Out on the streets, I've seen firsthand the positive impact that strong social connections and a sense of community can have on a group of people who are connected by a shared experience of suffering and survival. People experiencing homelessness often have really tight-knit groups, and they care for each other and they look out for each other. These tight social connections are prepare them incredibly and provide resilience in the face of difficult decision-making. In a lot of ways, they are thriving in a way that many rest of us aren't. When we actively engage with people of different backgrounds and experiences, we make connections that expand our understanding and our relationships, which greatly enhances our lives. Because really, we are all products of all of those that we've interacted with. You are from your families and your friends, the people that you met at school, your professors, the people that you will be seeing at work or are seeing at work, and those in our communities. The people around you have and will profoundly shape who you are and what you know. All of these connections can transform our whole health and well-being. Our health and happiness are inextricably linked with our connections. And each of us in our own lives can strengthen our connections and relationships, not just with our friend circles, but with others as well. So our neighbors and our coworkers, the person that makes our latte at Mocha, these are the people who share our perspectives, but we also need to be reaching out to the people who don't share our perspectives. The connections help us be successful, live healthier, and more productive lives. And they're an untapped resource. This is a source of healing and success hiding in plain sight. And we've learned a lot about this in the past couple of years. And these social connections are really the basis for community. We're social animals. We find strength in numbers. We appreciate small circles, but we also need larger circles. Community is our survival. We humans wither outside of community. It isn't a luxury. It isn't a nice thing. Community is essential to our well-being. And communities are made of social units that not only have a shared sense of place, but also an identity in a forming narrative. They are the people and the places where we live, work, and play that share a story that is so important that it defines an aspect of who we are. And when communities are thriving, they provide us a sense of identity, belonging, and purpose. We all build the history of these communities into our own personal stories, and we see the world through the lens of these shared stories. Your Viterbo community will always be part of your story. As a Viterbo alumni, I have great admiration for the Viterbo vision that emphasizes community, with the understanding that we can transform ourselves and our communities through service, collaboration, and leadership. These are qualities that will positively impact our communities, our country, and the world at large. And I am inspired by the countless examples of many of you young people pursuing collective action by bringing together diverse voices to care for our community. From providing humanitarian assistance to the refugees, to advocating for those who have been afforded less privilege, to driving local climate action, your example is providing the roadmap that we need to build more resilient, healthy communities. So I know some of you will be moving to new communities, each with its own social fabric and story. I hope you'll learn about your new home and continue to share your own unique gifts to engage in real, tangible ways of bettering your communities. There is wisdom, strength, and power in communities. And I encourage you to be intentional about this. It is really easy to work all day and then come home and turn on the TV and binge Game of Thrones for the third time. But make a phone call to a friend. Just hang out with others without the distraction of your phone. Take care of others in the places in your communities that other may not go. Get to know the person that makes your latte. The keys to human connections and community are simple but extraordinarily powerful. Nurture your connections and get involved in the community. Your contribution matters. Your connections in your community are yours to make. And as we all begin to do this, we can transform the world and create healthy, happy places to live. It seems appropriate to end with a blessing that was shared with me by one of the people who has profoundly shaped me. Sister LeClaire Barris, Franciscan Sister of Perpetual Adoration, was the founder of St. Clair Health Mission, and she was one of my lifetime mentors. I had the privilege to watch her demonstrate true compassion, helping others feel a sense of belonging wherever she went. She was a champion for the poor, confronted injustice, exceedingly compassionate, and for those who knew her, they knew that she spoke her mind readily as a voice for those who suffer. This is a fourfold Franciscan blessing. May God bless you with a restless discomfort about easy answers and half-truths so that you may seek truth boldly and love deeply within your heart. May God bless you with holy anger at injustice, oppression, and the suffering of people so that you may tirelessly work for justice, freedom, and peace among all people. May God bless you with the gift of tears to shed with those who suffer from pain, rejection, isolation, or the loss of all that they cherish, so that you may reach out your hand and connect with them and help them see they belong, transforming their pain into joy. And may God bless you with enough foolishness to believe that you really can make a difference in this world, so that you are able, with God's grace, to do what others claim cannot be done. I want to say again, congratulations, graduates, and thank you for this incredible honor. May success, health, and a smile always be yours. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandy. That was really beautiful. We will now begin the degree awarding ceremony. Mr. Rick Walters, Dr. Marie Morgan Bathke, and I will be reading candidate names today. Rick?
Now for the moment we have all been waiting for. On behalf of the faculty of Viterbo University, it is my distinct privilege to present the bachelor's candidates for graduation for spring and summer 2023, and that is what is good in my day. Thank you, John. And thank you for getting that applause out of the way. We're going to ask you to hold that applause out of respect for all of our graduates until all of them have received their diplomas. Let's get started. I now present the candidates, beginning with the Bachelor's of Arts degree. Patricia Alejandra Rivera Torres, Theater, minor in Religious Studies and Theology. Emmett Carden Lenslink, Theater. Grace Ella Monk, English. The next degree is the Bachelor of Business Administration. Robert Thomas Ruprecht, Marketing. Diego Arano, Business Administration. Tyree Deshen Young, Business Leadership. Lucas John Bergmeyer, Business Leadership. Taylor Ann Koch, thank you, Business Leadership. Rebecca Lee Austin, Accounting. Kendall Eugene Offer, Business Administration. Parker William Douglas Pickering, Sports Management and Leadership. Ben Samuel Strassman, Marketing. Remington Arthur Stern, Sports Management and Leadership. Nathan Todd Johnson, Sports Management and Leadership. Colin Huck, Sports Management and Leadership. Benjamin Michael Sharansky, Finance, minor in Marketing. Jacob Stefan Falansby, Finance. Renee Ann Haynes, Business Administration, with honors. Samantha Lynn Street, Business Administration, minor in Human Resource Management, with honors. Jamie Lynn Cotreau, Accounting, minor in Finance, with honors. Morgan Bailey James, Business Administration, minor in Human Resource Management. Savannah Lee Palmy, Business Leadership with honors. Charisse Cecilia Sharenka, Accounting. Dane Kirkman, Marketing. Taylor R. Monsky, Accounting, minor in Finance with honors. Peyton Jane Dryden, Business Administration, minor in Psychology. Bryn Bryn Hain Weebley, Finance. Sophie Kate Leinfelder, Business Administration. Matteo Gigliotti, Sports Management and Leadership. Robert Eric Obst, Sports Management and Leadership with honors. Marley Christine Johnston, Business Administration, minor in Marketing. Aaron Lee Rabe, Accounting and Finance with honors. Nicholas David Tennis, Sports Management and Leadership with honors. The next degree, Bachelor of Fine Arts. Margaret Jane Enriquez, Music Theater, minor in Dance. Michaela Rose Clark, Theater, minor in Arts Management with honors. Araya Catalina Arganza Crosse, Music Theater, minor in Dance with honors. Logan Bailey Jenserak, Theater, minor in Arts Administration with honors. Jocelyn Kate Terry, Theater, minor in Dance with honors. Maddie Murphy Cantor, Music Theater, minor in Dance with honors. Grace Catherine Reynolds, Theater. Deacon Christopher Lear, Music Theater, BA in Music. Aaron Delmar Alexander Bette, Music Theater, minor in Dance. Caleb John Sullivan, Music Theater. Abigail Ella Syme, Music Theater, minor in Dance. Morgan Ireland Miller, Music Theater, minor in Family Studies. Evan James Schmidt, Music Theater with honors. Peyton Renee Harper, Music Theater, minor in Arts Management with honors. Cassidy Rosemary Campmeyer, Music Theater with honors. Brianna Dawn Riley, Theater, minor in Dance and Music with honors. Kylie Elizabeth Silva, Music Theater. Mason Allen Wold, Music Theater, minor in Dance. Catherine Jillian Wall, Music Theater, minor in Dance with honors. Grace Pena, Music Theater with honors. The next degree, Bachelor of Music. Rhiannon Lee Bosch, Music Education, minor in English Literature with honors. David Robert Caleri, Music Performance. Carson Taylor Carter, Music Performance. Ellery Jennifer Larson, Music Education. Kyra Bianca Maria Skemp, Music Performance and BA in Spanish with honors. The next degree, Bachelor of Science. Amanda G. Friel, Psychology, minor in Substance Abuse Counseling with honors. Alexis Karen Ratzberg, Psychology and Criminal and Community Justice with honors. Anna Louise Hendrickson, Psychology, minor in Substance Abuse Counseling with honors. Heather L. Mooney, Psychology, minor in Substance Abuse Counseling. April Marie Limberg, Ethics, Culture, and Society. Lynn Marie Pekarski, Criminal and Community Justice. Lakin Alexis Rickpuel, Criminal and Community Justice with honors. Alexis Grace Stefani, Alexi Grace Stefani, Psychology and Criminal and Community Justice. Luke Mitchell Lindstrom, Criminal and Community Justice, minor in Sociology and Psychology. Jalen Richard Anderson, Healthcare and Wellness Management, minor in Marketing. Abigail Geneva T. Stafford, Ethics, Culture, Society, minor in Business Administration. Melissa K. Lang, Biology, minor in Psychology and Sports Science. Grace Marie Perron, Nutrition Science, minor in Psychology with honors. Cassandra Lee Murray, Nutrition Science, minor in Psychology with honors. Cherise Marie Elbert, Nutrition Science, minor in Psychology. Jazelyn Nicole Wilson, Nutrition Science, minor in Dance with honors. Delaney Gresser, Nutrition Science with honors. Sarah Ann Marie Zunker, Nutrition Science, minor in Psychology with honors. Megan Taylor Pankritz, Nutrition Science with honors. Madeline Grace Adam, Nutrition Science with honors. Adriana Elizabeth Sanders, Nutrition Science, minor in Psychology and Spanish. Eva Lynn Paswald, Biology. Avery Nicole Straub, Biology. Trevor Thomas Rore, Biochemistry with honors. Sophia Marie Zwalk, Biology, minor in Environmental Science. Brianna Jean, thank you, Huel, Biology, minor in Psychology. Olivia Lynn Abernathy, Biology, minor in English in Writing. Kirsten Nicole Week, Biology, minor in Healthcare Management. Caitlin Ellen Sheffrel, Biology, minor in Gerontology with honors. Easton Allen Halverson, Biology, minor in Psychology with honors. Rebecca Sue Triska, Social Work, minor in Psychology and Family Studies with honors. Catherine Jane O'Neill, Social Work with honors. Avery Grace Cornford, Social Work, minor in Criminal and Community Justice with honors. Meredith Nicole Gardner, Social Work, minor in Family Studies, with honors. Alexi Joe Pieper, Social Work, minor in Substance Abuse Counseling. Carly Lynn Cruiser, Social Work, minor in Family Studies, with honors. Alexis Sterling Thorson, Social Work, minor in Family Studies and Criminal and Community Justice, with honors. Courtney K. Grady, Social Work, minor in Substance Abuse and Counseling, Family Studies, with honors. Lauren Elizabeth Lochner, Social Work, with honors. Okay. Donatella Lorraine. Dontasia Laureen Williams, Social Work, with honors. Claudia Melissa Hernandez, Social Work. Nathan Alexander Conrad, Criminal and Community Justice. Mackenzie Elizabeth O'Neill, Science Education. Andrew Thomas Fisher, Science Education. Michael Scott Stuber, Technology Education. Alex Christ Gooch, Technology Education. Blaine William James Baraboo, Social Studies Education. Matthew Thomas Wajowski, Engineering. William J. Spitzmuller, Engineering. Gordon Michael Murphy, Engineering. Natalia Ada Lacusavold, Ethics, Culture, and Society, minor in Legal Studies. Gabriella Ray Gesvin, Ethics, Culture, Society, minor in Spanish and Psychology. The next degree is the Bachelor of Science in Education. Allison Jean Zabel, Elementary Education, minor in Cross-Categorical Special Education. Emma Lorraine Sadler, Elementary Education, minor in Cross-Categorical Special Education and Early Childhood Education. Samantha Ann Purcell, Elementary Education, minor in Cross-Categorical Special Education. Erica Lynn Tragestad, Elementary Education, minor in Cross-Categorical Special Education. Mackenzie Dawn Stallsberg, Elementary Education, minor in Cross-Categorical Special Education. Gretchen Michelle Janvrin, Elementary Education, minor in Early Childhood Education. Brenna Lee McDonough, Elementary Education, minor in Cross-Categorical Special Education and Early Childhood Education, with honors. Courtney C. Smythe, Elementary Education, minor in Cross-Categorical Special Education, with honors. Carissa Rose Walsh, Elementary Education, minor in Early Childhood Education, with honors. Haley Ray Gilster, Elementary Education, minor in Cross-Categorical Special Education, with honors. Molly Ray Jacobson, Elementary Education, minor in Cross-Categorical Special Education. Tessa Lee Rippentrop, Elementary Education, minor in Cross-Categorical Special Education, with honors. Renee E. Horton, Elementary Education, minor in Cross-Categorical Special Education, with honors.
Kylie Jo Stevens, elementary education, minor in cross-categorical special education. Amy C. Teed, elementary education. Mackenzie C. Wilbur, elementary education, minor in cross-categorical special education with honors. Queen Jude Blunt. Queen Jude Blunt, special education. Cherise Renee Parker, elementary education, minor in cross-categorical special education with honors. Brittany Bernice Clay, elementary education, minor in cross-categorical special education with honors. Zarina Maria Hamilton, elementary education, minor in cross-categorical special education. Shazity Opal White, elementary education, minor in cross-categorical special education with honors. Calvin Robinson, elementary education, minor in cross-categorical special education with honors. Sonia Lee Miller, elementary education, minor in cross-categorical special education. Shamika L. King, elementary education, minor in cross-categorical special education with honors. Jennifer Emily Dyer, elementary education, minor in cross-categorical special education. Arthur Reed, elementary education, minor in cross-categorical special education with honors. The next degree, Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Kaya Marilyn Peterson, with honors. Taylor Ann Zwiefel, minor in family studies. Logan Joe Powers, minor in family studies. Margaret Ann Beiswinger, minor in psychology. Alyssa S. Rooney. Savannah Faith Frey, minor in gerontology. Lydia Faith Wallace. Jada Bartow, with honors. Nicole M. Olson, minor in psychology. Caitlin Taylor Mooney. Abby Lorraine Johnson, with honors. Alexis Claire Nolan, with honors. Alexia Allison Boss. Melissa Michelle Wagner. Elaine Sofa Sinkeo. Cindy Prume. Tiana Marie Newmeyer. Aubrey Ann Christine Schmitz, with honors. Caitlin Jean Hooverson. Olivia Lynn Zorto, with honors. Hannah Lou Payton, minor in Spanish. Reagan Marlee Woolrab. Malia Irene Fowler, with honors. Taylin Irene Pearson, minor in psychology. Henry Drake Frisk. Good. Michaela Ann Fisk. Nicole Raish, minor in healthcare management with honors. Larissa Lee Brown. Taya Jean Bertrand with honors. McKenna Rose Bloom. Megan Catherine Burnley. Emily Elizabeth Klingsporn. Roslyn Olivia Johnson with honors. Claire Ray Klossner, minor in Spanish. Caden Robert Carey. Samuel Carl Lawson with honors. Flavio Olmas. Nolan Robert Gluntz, minor in business administration. Gina Lou Filkins. Lauren Sandra Woolberg. Samantha Marie Fusali, minor in psychology. Kayla Michelle Olson, minor in Spanish with honors. Caitlin Marie Martin with honors. Anne Elise Foussard with honors. Megan Elizabeth Scheuer, minor in neuroscience with music and honors. Marcy Ann Murphy. Oh, shoot. Macy Ann Murphy. Naya Nicole Brooks, minor in sport science and neuroscience with honors. Callie Mae Kiefer. Kylie Marie Lewis with honors. Riley Gallagher Winky with honors. Ann Lawson with honors. Signe Grace Fadness, minor in family studies. Paige Busky with honors. Savannah Jade Johnson with honors. Iris Marie Quinlan. Madison Jane Hopple. Callie Marie Loria. Maria Angela Tomasia Dade. Sophie Joanne Marie Jury, minor in psychology. Anne Elizabeth Higley. Maria Jane Miller with honors. Kaylee Eliza Faith Horseman. Hannah Marie Rudd, minor in family studies with honors. Katie Lynn Benson, minor in Spanish with honors. Destiny Joe Brown, minor in family studies with honors. Emma Catherine Franks, minor in Family Studies with honors. Bridget Pillar Proper, minor in Religious Studies and Theologies with honors. Abigail Marie Stringer with honors. Kelly Elizabeth Kowal. Emma Jo Hansen with honors. Elizabeth Ann German. Mackenzie Autumn Cashin, minor in Family Studies. Paige Ashley McKinnon with honors. Claire Catherine Nelson, minor in Family Studies with honors. Gabrielle Rose Carlin, minor in Family Studies. Emily Catherine Wall. Morgan Genevieve Rober, minor in Psychology. Lila Marie Korshed with honors. Hannah Kelly Leach. Olivia Grace Dominski. Elizabeth Ann Lavaca. Ashley Denise Johnson. Michaela Jade Lazarski with honors. Allison Ray Gantz with honors. Michaela Ann Evanstad with honors. Alyssa Marie Back, minor in Family Studies. Rebecca Ellen Gilbertson, minor in Spanish. Molly Mara Griffin, minor in Family Studies with honors. Lana Ann Yackel, minor in Servant Leadership with honors. Bailey Ann Newtonen, minor in Psychology with honors. Tess Elaine Durscher, minor in Family Studies. Brianna Lynn Edie, minor in Servant Leadership with honors. Abigail Mum, minor in Psychology. Allison Nicole Borgelt, minor in Psychology with honors. Ruth Ann Conzen, minor in Servant Leadership with honors. Morgan James Moeller. Brooke Marie Reed, minor in Spanish.
We will now present the master's and doctoral degree candidates for graduation for spring and summer 2023. I now present the candidates for the master's degree, beginning with the Master's of Arts in Education. Kristen Elizabeth Hohentanner, Master's of Arts in Education. Jody Meinert, Masters of Arts in Education. Aaron Michael Weedle, and the cutest little graduate I've ever seen. Nathan Michael Clausen. Shailena Margaret Ihonabel. Patrick Joseph Stanek. Amanda Lillian Boyer. Masters of Arts in Servant Leadership. Martha Bame Furlano. Patricia Ann Gerber. Bobby J. Sir. Anouk Alexine Elizabeth Goretta, Masters of Art in Service Leadership and Masters of Business Administration. Rahad Al-Khazraji. Ashley Id Zabrowski. Jamie Joe Rudy. Lucas Wallace Clift. Molly Hunt. Sophia Grace Wychick. Allison Lynn Marshall. Tyler John Marshall. Jerry J. Prusinski. Kyle M. Jacobson. Now the Masters of Business Administration. Michael Jesse Perez III. Aaron Michael Petras. Bethany Lynn Bremer. Sheila Marie Severson. Gretchen Ann Lindahl. Ariana Marie Brandstitcher. Leah Irene Becker. Tyresha Rolandria Blaylock. Tyler T. Burdick. Robert Paul Kunitz. Patrick Austin Shore. Kimberly Lynn Burkhalter. David L. Silball, Jr. Apeomi Abiodun Abeoi. Okay. Sami Ankog. Callum Dunn. Nathaniel James Lancaster Robinson. Harvinder Singh Koner. Callum Andrew Smith. Jasper Brewstein. Miguel Garcia Calado Pereira da Silva. Now, the Masters of Science in Community Medical Dietetics. Austin Crosse. Madeline Victorine Sahlberg. Jane Margaret Moss. Shaylee May Rutger. Tiffany May Robertson Hall. Antoniqua Alicia Burrows. Now, the Masters of Science in Mental Health Counseling. Alfie Janos Yurkovich. Chandra Leanne Alquist. Abriana Joe Sullivan, and another future VHawk. Walker Kinziger. Emily Elizabeth Porter. John Joseph Pesch. Frederick Seymour Nolke. Tiffany Crystal Young. Danielle Zingler. Now, the Masters of Science in Nursing. Cassandra Lynn Barch. McKenna Elizabeth Byer. Elizabeth Judith Crandall. Caitlin Brianna Felton. Shyler Nicole Harmsen. Madison Christine Michelson. Chika Agwu. Riley Elizabeth Pennington. Bethany Louise Perch. Maria Catherine Stahl. Mackenzie Joe Standinger. Olivia Grace Waddle. Rebecca Marie Woodkey. Madison Emmeline Zalotto. I now present the candidates for the doctoral degree, beginning with the Doctor of Counselor Education and Supervision. James Edward Puckett, Counselor Education and Supervision. Valerie Burns Cathers. I now present the Doctor of Nurse Practitioner, Mark James Dillman. Chelsea Olga Sherburne. Ryan Christine Inglet. Stephanie Ann Jaycox. Catherine Shavchinsky Schomburg. Jennifer K. Thomas. Vanessa Rose Rogish. Sarah Judith Hahn. Amanda Lynn Stittelberg. Amy Nicole Smith. Abigail Rose Bear, also with an MBA degree. Jamie Lee Ludham, also with an MBA degree. Adam J. Vins. Matthew Robert Peterson. Justin Eric Utley. Haley Elizabeth McNamara. Connor Anthony Plume. Benjamin Michael Clausen. Michael Lisi Lubke. Taylor Ray Burgart. Sandra Teresa Carroll. Chelsea Lee Sheckelman. Molly Rebecca Ide. Anna Christina Robertson. And now, Rick Tritley will confer the degrees. Will the bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degree candidates for graduation please rise?
By the authority vested in me as president by the state of Wisconsin and the Board of Trustees of Viterbo University, I hereby confer upon you the following respective degree: bachelor's degree, master's degree, and doctoral degree, with all the privileges and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. You may now move your tassel from right to left as a symbol of your graduation from Viterbo. And graduates, I'd ask that you turn and face your families and give them a round of applause. Man. Please be seated.
My name is Kathy Deerwachter, and I'm your Alumni Director. At this time, could we all please recite the Prayer of St. Francis together? It's on page 1 of your programs. Please join me. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life.
Thank you, Kathy. Please rise as Dr. Wilson and the 9th Street Singers will now lead us in singing Viterbo University's alma mater song. The words are printed on page 4 of your program. You may be seated. Following the benediction, the audience is requested to remain in their seats until the academic procession has filed out. Now please stand as Father Conrad Tagansky, chaplain, gives the benediction.
In words taken from a recent message of Pope Francis, we pray that you leave here bringing the joy of the gospel to the world. Find new avenues and new paths of creativity to dance with the mind of God. Bring your message into the streets, or get ready or get dirty. Be with people and not caught up in a web of procedures and rules. Be a sign of hope. Bring about a revolution of tenderness. Make sure the message you preach because of your degree will have an impact. Be approachable, ready for dialogue. Patient, be warm, welcome all people. Don't remain on the sidelines in the fight for justice. Be with the poor and for the poor. You're Franciscan, Viterbo, graduates. Have an eye for the homeless, those isolated by addictions, the refugee and the migrant, and our elderly, who are increasingly abandoned and alone. So, be bold and be called to watch over and protect the fragile world in which we live. May God bless you all, and as St. Francis would say, Il Dios ti bendiga, il Signore vi dia pace, le Signore le don le pace, pan de vam pokui, salam alaikum, Shabbat shalom, the Lord give you peace. Amen.
They didn't use the reader card box. They're all piled up here on top.
I think that was for.